Peter Obi, not what Nigeria needs. Mentioning his name, disgraceful, Tinubu said. Can you imagine? So this Tinubu is still having the impunity to be using derogatory words on his co-contenders. All right? And that is why he refused to personally sign the peace accord with the rest of Nigerians and with INEC. This is so unfortunate coming from him. And he says things with impunity against other people's personalities. It's okay. And the Peter Obi himself is also not insulting anybody. He's moving on his own. Let's see why he's making this comment with Tinubu. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has said it would be a disgrace for him to mention the name of his Labour Party counterpart, Peter Obi. Tinubu stated this while speaking at a rally in Baramatu, Delta State, on Friday. According to the former Lagos State governor, the wrong statistics from Obi are not what Nigeria currently needs. Tinubu went on to describe him as one of a few presidential candidates still in the race. He said, "As I stand before you, there are a few of us left running." One says his Atiku. How many times has he been running? He is always on the run and he is tired. Tell him to go and sit down. Enough is enough. The other one, think na statistics will go chop. He lies with arithmetic that no Indian can solve. To mention his name is a disgrace to me. I won't mention the name. Wrong arithmetic, wrong statistics, warehouse economy. That is not what Nigeria needs. Can you imagine? So he coming out to say that, but using that word when campaigning during rally at Baramatu in Delta State is a wrong one from him. Again, this is another point that his brain has failed him. All right? Somebody of this caliber is supposed to carry himself with dignity. He's supposed, as an elder, he's supposed to, be matured in choice of words when discussing with individuals, when discussing in the public, or when making public presentation, or when fielding question and answer sessions with journalists and interviewers. So automatically, he is not democratic, he is not educated, he is not matured, and he lacks words to represent and present himself and the party that is representing in the public. And this is and that is why I see all these people following him up and down. When he's making all these political blunders, you see them cringing and clutching to themselves behind him. It's like they should, ground should open, let them fall in. But they still continue to follow him. The question I have is that, what are they thinking in their mind? And the only answer I have for myself is probably they know he's weak, they know his weak points, they know everything about him, and they want to use him as a stooge, and then to also stay under him to steal. Just like the Fulanis and the Hausas are stealing, and all the other political what they call them, political sycophants, even some Southerners are stealing under the current administration. Having Buhari there sitting as president and not knowing what is happening, and the rest are doing what they're doing under him, and he doesn't know. And he doesn't even know what he signs sometimes. They just push paper to him, they convince him, the next thing, he picks paper and sign. And the next thing, if he's going to address Nigerians, they will do a video shoot for him, edit it properly, and put things to him to say, take it to studio, and then come and present televised address. For a very long time, Buhari has never fielded live press interview or live broadcast. It's always video recorded. The same thing that these people following Tinubu, they want to achieve. They want to have him there as a stooge, just sit down there and then be doing everything for him and convince him that they're working for him. Meanwhile, they are stealing and doing other things for him. That is exactly what I think all these people following Tinubu want to achieve by putting him as a president. Because he does not choose words wisely. He does not know how to talk in the public. He talks like an agberu. He talks with impunity and without regard for fellow humans. Is this kind of person fit to lead Nigeria? Because he talks like a dictator. He talks like nobody matters. He talks like he doesn't care. This guy is obviously not democratic. And this derogatory word he's using on Peter Obi, that his name is disgraceful, is also the height of it all. Somebody that wants to become president of Nigeria has no iota of regard for fellow Nigerians, not to talk of a fellow contender in the presidential race. It's supposed to be issue-based rather than character assassination. And in the most of all, he has even the worst baggage ever that anybody can carry on his head. Man, I don't understand how we are going to have this guy as a president of Nigeria. So let's see a few comments that people are having here. People have made some comments. Let's see what they have to say. All right. So somebody is saying here, original nightmare to APC and PDP is Peter Obi. And that is true. The way Peter Obi emerged and started cruising on auto, they just can't fathom it. They can't imagine it. They can't even meet up the speed of Peter Obi. And that is why they are using derogatory words on him to talk him down. But all of those things not going to happen. Nothing happens to Peter Obi. On point, bro. See this ugly chimpanzee, sick old TV ancestor, Tinubu. God will shame you, killer of Funshaw Williams. Can you imagine? So that is what somebody is accusing him of here. Well, that matter is still on ground. Even when Lagosians know the truth, they are scared to come out to say it. All right? Okay, please, someone should please help me ask Tinubu what we need. Because the other time he was saying what we need is gari and cassava. Please tell him to go and feed his family with the gari and cassava. We don't need it. It's like agbado. All right. So he said we don't need people like Peter Obi. He quotes wrong statistics that even Indian mathematicians cannot solve. And then the next thing added that his name is disgraceful to mention his name around him. That is not what we need. So what do we need now? This person commenting here is saying, okay, the last time he said what we need was cassava and gari and agbado. That is what he said. So is that really what we need? Let him go and feed his family with cassava and agbado and gari. That is not what we need. I don't understand, man. Peter Obi is what 80% Nigerians need, not Tinubu. And that is true. The statistics are showing it. Tinubu should give us the correct statistics about what the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi has given. It is not enough to dismiss the statistics, but give us the correct thing. Of course, Tinubu cannot remember any letter and word. That is true. Just like I said before, if you know that the statistics Peter Obi is giving is wrong, counter it with another statistics. Let yourself or your team go and do a deep research and come up with counter statistics. Because Peter Obi is always saying the statistics that are there, the data that are there, go and verify. But nobody has been able to go and verify and come back. And that means he's correct and nobody has any reason to counter him. All right? Another person is saying from which brain? Of course, the brain is already failing the old man. All right? So another person is asking him, if Peter Obi is not the person people need, which person, all right, does Nigeria need? He has not told us. Is he himself that is already weak and wobbling and cannot remember anything again? But why this man attacking his political opponent instead of him to think of his life? For that is his kind of person. He cannot, he grew up in that manner and so cannot change now. It's unfortunate. So it's you we need, Abi. Dreamer is your name. You cannot mention his name because he is more than what you think. I come in peace. That is correct. So you cannot mention Peter Obi because Peter Obi is already moving like speed of light ahead of all of them. We love him and we need him now. Nobody else. That's also another person saying we love Peter Obi and we need Peter Obi now. Nobody else. So there are several comments here that is against what Tinubu has said. Very disgraceful statement coming from him, saying that mentioning Peter Obi's name is disgraceful to him. All right? And we don't need somebody like Peter Obi. And he has not told us the person we need. Probably he thinks he's the person we need, unknown to him that the Nigerians of today don't need people like him. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment below against what Tinubu has said. And that is against what has been signed in the peace accord, that he actually refused to sign. He sent Shetima to sign it. All right? What he's doing, he keep reiterating it, that he's not a party to that peace accord. That is what he's doing by action. all right? Because all these things are against what was signed in that peace accord.